On a freezing night in February 1957, a boy riding his bicycle through a scrubby lot in northeast Philadelphia spotted something strange in the underbrush: the small body of a child wrapped in a cheap plaid blanket. Police would spend decades trying to learn his name. The case became known as the Boy in the Box, one of America's most haunting unidentified child investigations. The child was estimated to be around 4 to 6 years old. He had bruises, signs of malnutrition, and a recent haircut. No one had reported him missing. Detectives flooded the city with flyers. They took the boy's footprints. They displayed the blanket in hopes someone would recognize it. Thousands of leads poured in. None solved the mystery. The investigators were disturbed by one detail above all others: whoever left the child's body had carefully washed him before abandoning him. It suggested familiarity, possibly guilt. Over the years, theories multiplied. One witness claimed the boy had been bought by an abusive foster family. Another woman, known publicly only as M, told police decades later that her mentally ill mother had purchased the child illegally and killed him during a violent outburst after he vomited baked beans onto the table. According to her story, the body was dumped that same night. Investigators found parts of her account plausible, including details that had never been released publicly, but they could never fully corroborate it. The case slipped into legend. Detectives retired. New detectives inherited dusty boxes of evidence. The boy remained unnamed while other cold cases around the country were solved through DNA advances. Then technology finally caught up. In 1998, investigators exhumed the child's body to recover DNA. Years later, forensic genealogy techniques, the same methods used to identify the killer in the Golden State Killer investigation, allowed researchers to trace distant relatives. In 2022, after 65 years, authorities announced the boy's identity: Joseph Augustus Zarelli. He had been born in January 1953, but identifying him did not solve the murder. Investigators still do not know exactly who killed Joseph or why his death was hidden for so long. Living relatives were located, but authorities have released few details publicly. The official cause of death remains listed as homicide. What makes the story endure isn't only the crime itself, it's the scale of the silence around it. A child vanished from daily life without anyone successfully sounding an alarm that reached police. For decades, the most famous unidentified child in America had a gravestone that simply read, "Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy." Now the stone bears his real name, but the final chapter of the story remains open.